Hey everybody, Mr. Bookie Boo here, back with another Lego Star Wars creation. What you see in front of you is my interpretation of the Rebel base on Yavin 4. Now, if you remember, I'm sure some of you have seen it, several years ago, a book was published that it had a bunch of Lego ideas, one of those idea books that they come out with every so often. And there was a Lego Star Wars section, and one of the pictures showed an unreleased prototype of the Yavin IV base that some Lego designers had attempted to create, and for whatever reason, they just didn't pan out. They didn't it didn't make it to production. But it's a really famous picture. I'm sure you've seen it. It looks somewhat similar to what you see in front of you here, although it was a little bit more blocky because it was probably made, I don't know, 5, 10 years ago, maybe, I don't know. Um, and it's also you actually also could have seen it. There was another picture that circulated on the internet. You can still find of like the Lego Design Shop, which is like awesome and amazing. I'd love to visit that someday. But it showed you it also had that set like down in the front, like left corner of the picture. You could see it on a countertop sitting there. So, anyways, after waiting and waiting and waiting for a long time, like most of you have, for Lego to come out with an actual Yavin 4 playset, I finally decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it myself. And the result is what you see in front of you. This is my interpretation of that set. It's a little small because I wanted it to be a playset and I want it to actually be something that, that Lego might actually produce someday. So I kind of modeled it off of their original design, that original prototype that they had. Kind of kept the same dimensions, the same general, kind of layout to it. And then I also used some reference pictures. You can find them online on Wikipedia. Also, the new Rogue One movie is a great source for further pictures and whatnot for the temple. So, without further ado, here it is. You can see I kind of what I did in the front is I just kind of replicated. It's three tiered, just like the official studio model of the temple. The ground floor. Here's the entryway. This is supposed to be a hangar. It's not. You can't get a ship in there just because of scale size, but that represents the main entryway for the set. The watchtower is over here. This I just kind of created, just threw some bricks together with some slopes and a little bit of piping and just other random bits to kind of make it look kind of spacey. And then the second floor, you can see it's tiered. I try to mix it up a little bit. So what I actually did here is I actually took plates, and they're actually set kind of facing. They face each other on the. You'll see it on the inside as well. Instead of doing brick build, just to save on bricks, I could have done a brick wall, but it would have been, just would have taken a lot more bricks. And this way, it adds a little unique. I feel it's kind of unique texture and feel to it, so it just gives it a little different touch. And then as you go up to the top, this is the grand audience chamber. It's not so grand in my interpretation, but I feel that it just kind of captures the overall look and feel of it. And then, of course, there's a lot of trees and stuff. I'm still working on the front. I want to add some more greenery in the front here, maybe some more details. Excuse me, I haven't quite decided what to do, but you get an overall idea for for how it looks, the look and feel is. So now I'll turn it, and so you can see the back. So this is an overview of the back. It's a fully functional playset. Again, that was the primary design. Most of my Lego creations are designed to be played with versus like authenticity and realism. I'll try to stick to, the overall shape and form. But at the end of the day, my kids are going to be playing with these sets and they love them. And so I always try to design them with that in mind so that my kids can play with them and, and have fun and not have to worry about breaking it or whatever. So we'll start at the top because I guess that's probably the easiest. And we'll kind of zoom in here so you can see that grand audience chamber a little bit better. Again, like I said, it's small, but it does capture the overall look and feel of the original. So here's the dais where Han and Luke can stand and get their medals. You can also fit Princess Leia up there. Maybe Chewbacca if you want. There's a few guards, and then there's the red carpet that they walk on. It's tiered as well in here, and I used some. This actually took me a while to design and figure out how to like represent the tiering of this. What I did is I used those tiles with a stud in the middle. I forget what those are called, but I used those throughout here to offset it and to stagger it so they don't exactly line up. And if I zoom in, you can see a little bit of how I did that. So you see there, it's just those the tiles with a stud on them in the middle. These guys down here. You can see them right. Those guys down there. They're used throughout the tiering here, and it gives it enough of an offset so that it's, they're not. I don't know. It just seemed to work better, and then it made the windows line up better, and it matched like the prototype design as well. The next thing is the next floor. So there's two rooms here. One of them is the command center, which you can see on your right, and there's I used a wheel to represent the what is it, the I can't think of what it's called. What's that thing called that they look at, watch the Death Star's getting closer and closer, and it counts down. And then there's just some control panels and computers behind there. And then, of course, Mon Mothma, and I have Crix Madine there. I have to get a General Dodonna. I have to make a minifigure for that. And then over here, to the other side, this is the briefing room. So this is actually where the Rebel pilots learn how to destroy the Death Star. That Death Star tile piece is new. It's been in the droid escape pod, not this current one, although I don't know, it might be in the current one. Wait, is there a current one? Now that I've said that, I'm second guessing myself. It was in the one that came out like 2 years ago, and then it's also in the Battle of Scarif set as well. And then so that's the briefing room, and there's just a little more detail inside there. If I kind of pan up, you can see I just put some piping in there to represent, just make it look more lived in, more, I don't know, more rebelish, if that's a word. And then down below this is the hangar. So my hangar, you can't really fit any ships in there. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably get a microfighter in there. I don't know, necessarily that that's the best. What I've basically done instead is I make it more like it's in an engine repair shop. So I have an A-wing engine. This is actually the A-wing engine from the Mon Calamari cruiser set the Home One set that came out. Gosh, how long ago was that? That was a while ago, 7-8 years ago. And then there's just tons of rebels and pilots and mechanics and crew just kind of wandering around here. There's some weapons over here. There's piping along here. It's just very lived in, very, very busy. There's a control panel way in the back that you can see poking in the back corner there. And then, of course, a doorway that leads through to the other side. What I want to do, because this is all my creations are still they're never truly finished, and they're all works in progress. So if you look over here, you can see what I was thinking of doing is actually adding a hangar door on the back, so it'll cut right across the back here. If I zoom out a little bit, it'll make it easier to see. Is adding like a hangar door in the back, and having that kind of swing open to like this point here. And so that would allow you to, and it would kind of come off to the side here. And so then you could actually park a starfighter, excuse me, and actually, fly out of the hangar door or something. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that, or if I'm going to do that. So for now, these just kind of are sitting off to the side here. But I may add that later on, and maybe, it just adds a little more playability to the set. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed it too. And I'll be back soon with another video. So if you enjoyed this video, if you like what you see, I appreciate it if you'd like, and make sure you're subscribed as well so you don't miss out on my future creations. I'm going to have some more updates soon. I'm actually working on Jabba's sail barge, my own creation of that. I took the official sets and basically chopped them all up and modified them and made them my own. And so that'll be going with my Jabba's Palace creation as well. So that's it for today, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.